Hello and welcome back to the video series where we discuss the LEED Green Associate Exam Preparation Guide. So this video is dedicated to Chapter 5, Location and Transportation. And this starts the overview of the credit categories. So through Chapter 11, we are going to review the scorecard credits. So in Chapter 5, what actually is important, the objectives of Chapter 5 are explaining the intent of the location and transportation category, then identify strategies for sustainable site selection, identify strategies for providing and encouraging the use of alternative transportation, understand the process for determining density around the project site, list examples of high priority sites, and explain the importance of walkability in choosing a project location. So when we talk about the location and transportation, what we actually need to pay attention to is the actual location in the infrastructure around the site. This is critically important for LEED. So when we develop the site, first we need to do the due diligence before the site even is acquired. So if the owner comes with the owner project requirements, we definitely need to review everything around the site, not just the specific plot of land. So location and transportation can either get 16 points for neighborhood development, or it can be broken down into a few credits. So let's review them one by one. When we talk about the diverse uses around the project, we first of all talk about the infrastructure around the project, and that can be food retail, like a supermarket or a grocery store. It can be community retail with the like farmers market or like hardware store, pharmacy, or other things. Then the services such as bank or like a gym or hair care or a restaurant or any type of like movie theater or sports arena or some type of entertainment. Then it can be community facilities such as like daycare for children or seniors. Then it can be like a community center, medical clinic, police or fire station, post office, library, uh, public park, or some other like place of worship or some other type of community buildings. And also it can have a commercial office that provides 100 or more full-time equivalent jobs to the community nearby. So as far as the transportation strategies, it's important to understand the diversity of transportation around. So the areas where there are multimodal transportation access, such as, for example, the existing project must have within a quarter mile or 400-meter walking distance of existing or planned bus, streetcar, ride share, or uh, within a half a mile or 800 meters walking distance of existing or planned bus rapid transit stops, light or heavy rail stations, commuter rail stations, or ferry. Then to actually better work with the existing transportation, we need to limit available parking. So that will actually promote people to use the public transportation. And to document this credit, we can provide the maps, we can provide like the distance, so we can just calibrate the map and like Bluebeam or something like that, and just measure from point A to point B and show it. And also we need to designate 5% of all parking spaces for green vehicles. So that can be either 5% for the ones that are already used, or we can install electric vehicle supply equipment, or EVSE, in 2% of all parking spaces used by the project. That's for the future use. And also we can provide preferred parking for carpools for 5% of the total parking spaces. When you click on each credit on the USGBC website, there is a like a description of the credit and some useful tips. So please make sure you utilize this free and very comprehensive resource when you prepare your documentation. So also we can install liquid or gas alternative fueling facilities or a battery switching station in at least 2% of all parking spaces. So also when we developed this site, what else is important to know? We need to avoid developing on environmentally sensitive lands. And it's recommended that we locate the project on a site that has been previously developed, or locate a project on the high priority site, such as a brownfield or Superfund or historic infill district or federal empowerment zone or the development financial institution fund. So you should always check, because there are some grants or tax credits or other incentives available for actually developing a project on in the area that is qualified for the high priority site. So when we talk about the sensitive land, those are farmland, floodplains, natural habitats that are protected, water bodies, or wetlands. So, but even if you develop on a site that has not been previously touched or disturbed or developed, you can always get a credit if you use in the in conjunction with the area with existing infrastructure. So if there is good infrastructure around the site that has never been developed, it can still suffice for the credit. So please always double check the requirements when you prepare the documentation. Also, it's recommended to develop in areas that promote walkability. So a concept of a 15-minute city is a really good application here. So within the 15 minutes, you need to reach all the infrastructure that you may need on a daily basis. So that's your work, your hobbies, your entertainment, your grocery store, your bank, like whatever you need, if you're able to walk there, that actually can get a credit for this category, and that promotes healthier communities where the walkability is promoted. Then we need to provide bicycle storage facilities, shower rooms, and bicycle networks in close proximity to diverse uses. And that can be for both employees and the clients that visit the facility if it's a commercial structure. So that's highly recommended. And in the dense cities, that's easier to achieve rather than in the projects that are located in the rural areas. So also providing a bicycle maintenance program for employees or bicycle route assistance for employees and customers, that can also give a credit. Then provide pedestrian amenities. That is also really helpful, such as like street trees, shade benches, water fountains, bike racks, and recycling bins are just a few examples. Promote connectivity. You should just really connect the physical pattern with other buildings, with other areas, and that will definitely promote walkability and transparency. And then create a diverse community. So that can be created by providing housing for a wide range of incomes and abilities. Also, providing access to sustainable food through like community gardens or farmers markets is also a good strategy for achieving this credit. And that actually wraps up our chapter 5. I will see you in chapter 6, where we are going to review the sustainable sites. Thank you so much.